You should play Arkanoid, Do It Again. Arkanoid is a block-breaker-style arcade game originally released by Taito in 1986, but I have not had too much experience with that incarnation of the game. And by not too much experience, I mean I've never actually played that version up until now. The Arkanoid that I'm familiar with, and the one that you really should play, is the 1997 Super Nintendo sequel, Arkanoid, Do It Again. If it looks familiar to the more keen-eyed among you out there, that's probably because it's basically a clone of Atari smash hit Breakout. The objective is simple. Move your paddle on the bottom of the screen to bounce a ball into the blocks at the top half of the screen. You win the level when all the blocks are destroyed. But what makes Arkanoid so cool is that while, yes, it's a Breakout clone on steroids. Not only does it have fancier visuals and much better audio effects, but it also has gameplay that makes this game way more engaging than Breakout could ever hope to be. For one thing, Arkanoid includes power-ups that changes the way that you go about completing levels. And some of these are really cool too. You can make your platform bigger. You can get a force field that will save you once in case your ball bounces past you. You can fire lasers, you can multiply your ball into 8 other balls, or turn your ball into this green energy comet thing that could just cut through most blocks and even the enemies that spawn on each level. There's even a power-up that acts as a warp gate and takes you to the next higher level. And those power-ups come in really handy because Arkanoid has some really clever level layouts that will keep you on edge during some of its more inventive moments. Like this level, where you only need to destroy 5 blocks, but they're hidden behind this wall of indestructible golden blocks, and the only way in is either through this tiny little slit right up at the top, or by being teleported in there by these jellyfish enemies. Or this level, where the blocks make a picture of ducks. Plus, this game has boss fights. Look at this! This inclusion alone makes Arkanoid Do It Again so much more than a basic block breaker. The boss fights aren't terribly complicated, you're still bouncing a ball up and down walls trying to hit them, but it makes the gameplay dynamic and fresh enough to give you a break from the same old formula, even if that formula was already way more engaging than other games of the same ilk. And if you get bored with the game's levels, why not go ahead and make your own? Arkanoid comes with a nifty level editor to make your own challenges and block art masterpieces. But the coolest part of all is that Arkanoid Do It Again actually has a story. And it's a pretty interesting one at that. I'm not even joking. Check this out. 5 years after the events of the original Arkanoid, the commander of a spaceship writes a log entry that his people's search for a new home goes on, even after the defeat of the final boss of the last game, Do. The ship's sensors then pick up a new Terra-class planet, and a scout ship, the Voss, is dispatched in order to conduct colonization surveys. Unfortunately, Do, who's still around and kicking, has surrounded the planet with blocks, and the Voss needs to use its energy ball in order to destroy these blocks so that it can continue its mission. Now, sure, this story is nothing special, but considering the fact that we're talking about a straightforward, block-breaking game, it's pretty rad that it's there in the first place. Overall, Arkanoid Do It Again is a gem that was unfortunately eclipsed by the fact that the Nintendo 64 hit the North American shelves only a few months prior. It's a shame because Arkanoid is a really good arcade game. It's one that I played a lot as a kid, and really it still holds up even today. That's why I think that if you're looking for something new to play, or in this case something old that you might not have played before but would be new to you, just go with what I'm saying. If you're looking for something new to play, you should play Arkanoid. Do It Again.